Hey everyone, welcome back to Mastering Menopause. Today, we are going to dive into the process that we use to help you set up an effective fat loss phase and lose 15 to 20 pounds in 90 days. But before we jump in, I want to emphasize something really, really important. Our focus is always on long-term success and sustainability. Sure, we can help clients lose weight quickly, but we do that in a way that sets them up to keep it all for life. That's the real goal. We're not here for quick fixes. We're here to help you build a lifestyle that you can maintain permanently. So this is exactly what we do for our clients every day. I'm going to walk you through the exact process that we use. So if you're ready to learn how we help our clients at Catalyst drop 15 to 20 pounds in 90 days and keep it off, and you're going to want to listen to this one. The first thing that we do with all of our clients before they even think about entering a fat loss phase is we're going to establish their maintenance calories. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but this is key. Why? Because most people have no idea how much they're eating or how much their body actually needs to maintain their current weight. So what we do is we start off with what we call the body recomp maintenance phase. This phase is all about learning to track your intake accurately and consistently so we know exactly where your calories are coming from and also how your body responds to those calories. And during this phase, we're going to focus on improving your body composition, meaning you're going to be building muscle while burning fat. And trust me, when we set that foundation, fat loss becomes so much more effective later on. Your body is actually going to change in this phase, regardless of being in a deficit or not. You will see that your body composition is starting to change. So we need to determine how much you should be eating. So what we're going to do is we will calculate your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, to figure out what those maintenance calories are. And we're going to use that number to understand your baseline before we adjust things for fat loss. We really want to set that stage for fat loss, and then we're going to tailor your plan for you. So once we have your maintenance calories dialed in, that's when we move into the fat loss phase. This is where things get really exciting because now we can create a caloric deficit, which is what's going to drive that weight loss. But here's where it gets personal. We tailor this phase based on what's going on in your life. Some of our clients are ready to dive into an aggressive fat loss phase, which means a larger calorie deficit for faster results. But others may need a more moderate approach to keep things manageable and reduce stress. This is why coaching is so important. We work with you to figure out what approach is best for you, whether it's aggressive, moderate, or blend of the two, which is what I really like is combining these methods where we have, when we look at weight loss as a marathon, there are some parts where we can do little sprints too. So how do we decide if we're going to take an aggressive approach or a more moderate one? This is where we assess your current life phase. If you're in a period where stress is low and you can really focus on your fitness and nutrition, an aggressive approach might be a great way to get those quick wins. And this works especially well for clients who are ready to see some significant changes right away. So we can use this phase to drop 10 to 15 pounds. And when I'm looking at the calendar right now, we have a little bit of September left. We have all of October, and Thanksgiving, guys, isn't until the very end of November. And then really that's only giving us like 4 weeks, maybe 5 for the holiday season, which sometimes it can be as long as 6 to 7 weeks. So you can absolutely, realistically, if you have just the 10 to 15 pounds to lose, we can get that done by Thanksgiving and then go into maintenance mode, which would be fantastic for the holidays. But either way, we are going to use the different approaches so that we can still maintain, or I should say, keep up with weight loss during the holidays as well. We just wouldn't go as hard in the paint with the deficit. So there are definitely some ways to set that up. I'm going to be talking about diet breaks and refeeds in a future episode, but there's definitely some strategies that we would use for this. So again, if you're in a period where stress is low and you can really focus on that fitness, on your fitness and your nutrition, then an aggressive approach might be a great way to get in those quick wins. But if you're going through a busier or more stressful time in your life, whether it's work, family, or just life in general, then a more moderate approach might be better. You're still absolutely going to make progress, but it'll be at a pace that feels more manageable for you. A lot of the time, like I mentioned, we balance the two. We're going to blend those two approaches. And so we will often start aggressively and then shift into a more moderate phase once life, once we start to see like we're going into the holidays, we can then go into that more moderate phase. And so this blended approach helps you stay consistent, which is key, without getting overwhelmed. And this is what drives your long-term success. So I think it's important to discuss the role of coaching in your fat loss journey. And this is where coaching is absolutely critical. This is the coaching process that we use at Catalyst to help guide you through every phase of this journey. We're not just giving you a plan and sending you off on your own. We are with you every step of the way, making sure you're on track, adjusting things as needed, and helping you stay accountable. And there will be things that pop up, like how do we manage that? So check-ins every single week. You're going to get a video from your coach. This isn't cookie cutter coaching. This isn't, oh, hey, great job, keep going, right? And an email or a text. No, we're going to look at all of your metrics and have a conversation about what does this next week look like for you. So that means, right, when you have a coach, you don't have to figure this out alone. We help you make real-time decisions based on how your body is responding and what's happening in your life. That way, your plan always fits you, no matter what phase you're in. Maybe you have an event coming up. Maybe you have a stressful week at work. Maybe you're traveling. So all of these come into play. So let's say that you've lost the 15 to 20 pounds over the course of the 90 days. What happens next? This is where we're going to transition into a maintenance phase. And this is also a huge part of your success. A lot of times women skip the two initial phases, right? The beginning phase, like we're very much like just to jump into a deficit, never considering that low maintenance phase. And then when they're done with the diet, they're like, okay, cool, we're good, right? We're out. And not considering that second maintenance phase. So this is what we do. Maintenance is very different from the fat loss phase. And at Catalyst, we're going to help our clients move away from strict tracking and teach them how to eat intuitively while maintaining their new weight. So the goal is to figure out what your true maintenance calories are. And then from there, you can enjoy more flexibility in your diet while still keeping your progress. You don't have to worry about gaining that weight back. And so the great thing about maintenance is that it's way more forgiving. You don't have to be as meticulous. You can start to relax a little without worrying about regaining the weight. The real magic happens when you build habits that last a lifetime. At Catalyst, we make sure that what you learn during your fat loss phase translates into long-term success. It's not just about dropping the weight. It's also about building the habits that are going to help you keep it off. So we focus on building those sustainable habits that you can stick with long after your fat loss phase is over. Things like learning how to manage your portions, knowing that you can eyeball what a serving of nuts or a protein looks like, enjoying the foods that you love and understanding how to listen to your body. This is why we focus on those long-term strategies, not quick fixes. And the goal is to help you lose weight in a way that fits your life. And more importantly, that you can then maintain for life. So to recap, here's what we do for our clients to set them up for successful fat loss is we start with a maintenance body recomp phase to build a strong foundation. We create a caloric deficit based on your lifestyle and choosing that right approach for you, whether it's aggressive, moderate, blended. And then we're going to guide you through every step of the journey with personalized coaching days. We transition you into maintenance with intuitive eating so you can maintain your progress long-term. The key to losing 15 to 20 pounds in 90 days and keeping it off is to follow a structured, personalized plan like the one that we use for our clients. So if you're ready to start your own fat loss journey and you want to work with us at Catalyst Fitness, I invite you to book a call with us to assess where you're at, and then we'll create a plan that is tailored to you. Don't forget, we do have some amazing resources available to you. That is the No BS Menopause Secrets group. That is a free Facebook group. And I also have plenty of little guides in there. There's so many resources in that group. So head over there to learn more about what we're all about. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Mastering Menopause. I hope this gave you some insight into how we set up an effective fat loss phase and help our clients achieve long-term success. I appreciate you for listening. Please share this with somebody that you think might benefit from this information. And then stay tuned for our next episode. So I am going to start to add like little bonus episodes next week where we're going to dive deeper into what is the difference between maintenance and body recomp phase, because there is a difference. So between those two maintenance phases that I was talking about, so you have that initial maintenance body recomp phase, that's going to look much different than the second maintenance phase where we're going to be determining what is your true maintenance calories and then taking away the tracking. So we will talk much more into detail about that on the next episode. But I appreciate you so much for listening, and I will talk to you then.